I have been making content for YouTube and for the anime tuber community for almost 2 years now. And while I don't think I have grown exponentially, I do appreciate every one of you that is a part of this community and has commented on videos and has watched my videos for a decent amount of time. And I say all that to say that there has been videos that I could have made, mostly reaction type content, that could have easily grown my channel much more than it currently has. I don't personally want to do that. And today, I'm going to talk about not only that, but a problem with the anti-tuber community that I think is not improving and is only getting worse. So I want to start off by talking about my opinion on reaction type content in general. Now I personally have a very mixed bag with reaction type content. I'm not one of them that says that all reaction content is bad. I think there is possibilities in which it is good. For instance, and a channel that I really enjoy, and I watch a lot of their stuff, is Vlogging Through History. Now, Vlogging Through History is a history-based YouTube channel, but they do a lot of reaction-type content, mostly evolving around history and politics and so on. I can get behind an account like this because this account, he has knowledge about the subject in which he is reacting to. When he reacts to something, he can expand upon that due to his knowledge that he already had. So when he reacts to a video about presidents, he can watch a section of the video about that said president and then expand upon that even further to make a more interesting video than even the original video could do. However, the same cannot be said for 99% of anime reaction content. The reason I say this is because if I was, for example, to make a reaction content video to, say, My Hero Academia, it's currently airing, that's a good example. If I was to, say, make a reaction video to that series, to a new episode of that series, at most, the only thing that I could add on to that is to tell you what the difference is between the manga and the anime. And I would not have a lot of time to really research that because I am having to watch it live and give you very just what I remember off of that. It is harder to remember individual panels compared to remembering just historical knowledge. So my content would not be adding anything onto the original work. All it would be doing is just being a leech upon that original content and doing nothing more than, in my opinion, doing one of two things. Option one, this is what I believe most reaction content, why it's popular, is that there is a big audience of people, mostly I would imagine kids, that do not want to pay or cannot pay for Crunchyroll and other services, and maybe they have not learned how to find websites in which they could find this for free by using shadier means. They look it up on YouTube, they want to watch the newest My Hero Academia series because maybe they had it in the past and they can't watch it on Crunchyroll now. So when they go to YouTube, they find a reaction video. They don't really care about the little man in the corner. All they care about is the anime on the screen. They're getting to see their favorite anime, but there's a little guy in the corner, but they don't really care about that. They care about what the story is. Option two is what I also believe is some group of people, and what I think any defenders of it will use, is that some people just want to watch anime with the group. They just want to act like they are able to communicate with somebody, to have this shared bond with someone else. Maybe they don't have any friends that is into anime. Relatable. And you can say, hey, I'm watching this because now I can watch it with somebody and I can feel like we're sharing this bond. Is it a little bit sad? Yeah, but I can understand that. It's harder and harder nowadays to find relationships like that. It's harder and harder to find friends that may have a common interest like that. And even harder to find friends that are in the same area you could watch anime with at the same time. But neither one of these examples that I have provided is enough for me to justify that these reaction content videos exist in general. In fact, I'll go as far to say that there is some reaction content that, because they will be very, very vocal about an opinion of one anime, whether it's right or wrong, that opinion of the anime is the only opinion that is trending on Twitter or on YouTube and gets the most clicks. Due to this, that is all that this anime becomes. Whether it be a controversial scene, maybe lack of animation, whatever it may be, that becomes the only focal point that that anime series is talked about, because reaction content gets more views due to the two reasons that we talked about before. Now here's where I want to be a little bit controversial. The one that I'm talking about in general today is Nicholas Light TV. Nicholas Light TV is a reaction YouTuber that has made many videos. They have been very outspoken about their dislike for One Punch Man Season 3. Now, heads up, I'm not currently watching One Punch Man Season 3, and I had no intentions of covering this specific topic because I didn't think it was relevant to me. However, after making a few tweets, or X post, that were a bit negative on the anime reaction community, I was blocked by Nicholas Light TV. Now, I'm not upset by this, as you'll see from this post here. I do not really care. However, I think this goes as far as to say that he at least acknowledges me. I don't know why, but he does, or he's very just temperamental and does not like anyone to talk badly about his job. Now, the thing that I don't like here, the main thing, if I'm being completely honest, if I have to simplify all of this down to one thing that I really just don't like, is that there is a negative connotation about reaction YouTubers in general. However, we seem to be more forgiving when that reaction content is from a studio, when it is from a big anime or a big movie. We're more forgiving of that. But whenever it's from a smaller content creator, we're all up in arms. We say, that's not right. You're stealing content from the smaller guy, and you're not giving them the proper credit, the proper views that they deserve. But whenever it's a big company, you're more willing to say, yeah, that's fine. They're the big guy. Let's not get on to them. Why is this? Why do we allow this to happen? In my opinion, all reaction content, unless, like I said, for example, with the vlogging through history. And I do believe that if you are, say, an animator, and you want to talk about One Punch Man, and you say, why did this series have problems whenever it comes to the animation department? And you as an animator can give feedback, can explain as to why some things may happen. That is informative, and it adds to the original content. Nicholas Light is doing nothing to improve on the content other than make rage bait content, like with One Punch Man, to just make people feel something and to click on his next video. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make this video. However, I think it needs to be made because more and more lately, and I know this is not Nicholas's fault. This is not anyone's fault in this community. This is an internet problem. The problem is that negative emotions, negative thumbnails, negative reviews is what is keeping the algorithm going. If I decided to make a cute little video about this horse and how I was finally able to get something from Japan despite the ongoing tariffs, it would not get as many views in comparison to a big video with big fancy typed letters on the thumbnail saying, Japan is shipping nothing. Tariffs have ruined anime. That's going to get more clicks because it is negative. Something positive will never get the same likes that something negative will. If you want an example from Nicholas's channel, how about his reaction videos for One Punch Man, which was titled It Somehow Got Worse, versus be one of the coolest fight scenes in all of My Hero Academia, Bakugo versus All for One, that video got 50,000 views less than One Punch Man. That just goes to show you how much negativity drives the internet right now. And I'm going to end this video by saying, I don't blame Nicholas. This is not his fault. Do I have my problems with what he's doing? Yes, because I think it is a bit scummy, if I'm being completely honest. But to be successful in this market, I will never get the views that Nicholas does, because he knows what will be popular. He's smart to take advantage of this rage bait content. Personally, I don't want to do that, but I'll never get to the views that he does. And that's just the problem. We have to either accept that we will never get those viral videos, or take the shame in knowing that we are doing this scummy behavior, but we're getting the views. That's the choice that Anitubers and YouTubers and internet content creators in general have to choose right now. That is awful in my opinion. I know this is a bit of a different video, and if Nicholas is watching this, I don't have any hard feelings towards you. I really don't. I don't really even care. It's not my problem, but I just wanted to address the negativity that is in the internet in general right now, and I don't know what to do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. It's out of our hands. But in terms of my channel, yes, 90% of my videos will never reach over 2,000 views, and that's fine. But I'd like to be somewhat of a positive light in this whole community. I know on occasion I'm going to make a negative video, but I try to make at least, 3/4 of my video pretty positive. So, I don't know. I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. If not, I understand, but that's just my opinion. It's been bothering me for a little while, so I felt like I would address it. Anyway, that's all for today. If you did enjoy this, you want to see more like it, probably won't make many more like this, but I do make anime content. I do make unboxings, stuff like that. If you want to go watch those, I'd love to have you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.